all. I mean,
But you have so many careers. You haven't got to worry about careers because you're, a film actor,
that was
comedian.
ages ago.
Yeah, well, why? Why
I
is
haven't
it?
done anything like. I haven't done
Fierce Creatures you were in about a few
yes.
months ago. Are you
Yes.
discounting that from the memory
No,
already?
no, not at all. In fact,
Most people have, but
that was most uncalled for. I think it was very funny.
Very funny.
In part.
Yes.
No, my part.
Yes.
I didn't get the chance to kiss Jamie Lee Curtis this time, which was a bit of a blow.
I think she was on the show moaning about that herself.
Was she really?
No, I made that up.
They all tell you something.
But you
Your dream.
You had a spider to play with, so I
dreams.
suppose you brought your presentational skills to bear there, because you're used to having to play with animals.
Well, I'm not really. No, I'm not natural history. I'm not an Attenborough.
No.
I think that's quite difficult, and I wasn't sure how I would relate to a tarantula. Because they have a very bad press, tarantulas. I mean,
They do,
one imagines that they are the most dangerous of all spiders. And then I find out they're not at all. People have them as pets.
They're softies.
Oh, it's a man from Dorking. He's got a tarantula. He's got 50 of them in the garden. They were crawling all over my wife. Look, she's happy, So I felt rather silly, and I, in fact, got on very well. But this is off
Yeah, well, normally on documentaries you eat animals like that, don't you? You're always jumping into things. There's some half-dead fish.
Some very strange things. A lot of fish, yes.
What about the ones with the vodka that you had this time round?
Yes, well, the fish...
Have you forgotten all of this already?
No, I have actually.
You want to read the book?
I just remembered, as I was coming here today, one thing that I did eat, and I think it was bull's penis. I'm not sure, but no, it's just, you don't know. It was in a small town in China, and I've obviously blotted it out of my memory.
That would give you a clue as to what it was.
It was on a train, actually.
Was there a man with a red cape following on behind you? Excuse me, I'm just a bit hungry.
It just had the Tesco and best before.
Yes.
Even better after.
So did it look like a bull's penis?
No, not at all. You see.
No.
It was all sort of, it was kind of mashed up in a kind of goulash.
Yes.
And while I'm saying this is that you don't know until afterwards. And I say that was wonderful. Eventually someone says, you know what that was? You know what they eat round here? You've just had bull's penis.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you. Anyway, I brought one back, Clive.
You're not fooling me with that one.
No, this is an adult show.
Yeah, it is. Not that adult.
No,
But I think it's mostly to do with animals, because on Fish Called Wanda, you ate your co-star, didn't you? Because you ate the fish.
Yes. Oh, that's something. Jamie. Yeah. No, I did. That's what I did.
Well, you established that you were disappointed the next time.
Yeah.
So is there anywhere else you'd like to visit you've not visited, like your front room or your bedroom or something like that?
There are bits of the bedroom I'd like to visit, yes.
Interesting.
No, I mean, there are actually lots of places I'd like to go to, like Zanzibar, most of Lincolnshire.
Yes. Lincolnshire is crying out to be featured in a documentary,
exactly.
isn't it?
People always pass through it, whiz up all the way to...
Well, you do go very quickly around places, because you're doing, although it took you a year to go around, or the best part of a year, in the actual broadcast bit, there's like 10 minutes for Russia, and then half an hour for Japan, and 20 minutes for Australia. Do you feel, oh, I've kind of done it so quickly that I'd like to have stayed in one place a bit longer, because there's so much more you can do about it?
Yes, I'd love to spend longer in some of those places. It is a bit sort of whiz through. Hello, bye, Chile. Ooh, Mexico. Ooh, no, there we go. Just, are you Mexican? Hello. Thank you very much. On that. You're American.
I mean, what ultimately is the point of your programmes? What would you say?
You've got me there.
I've got, but is it the challenge of being able to do such a long journey, or just to show a sort of touristy...
It's just a way of making money. It's a way of making a living, that's all. We all have
you do
to
it very
somehow.
well. I mean, it's you're keeping the BBC going with these programmes.
I think that the idea is the way we do it. I mean, it's as simple as that. And I think it's the fact that it's misadventures as well as adventures.
I think that helps.
The things that go wrong are actually far more important than things that go right. And the fact that I'm not an expert on anything, I think helps. People feel, oh, this is one of us.
I think it's
in your case.
Well, no, I think it's... no, talking about your brand, I think it definitely is the charm of you, but as you're saying, you are kind of setting things up to go as smoothly as possible, but then hoping that things will go wrong, because people like the bits when you get ill or you fall off something. And,
yes, I do that. I do that with increasing frequency as I get older.
What was the most dangerous thing that happened on this trip, would you say?
Mainly, I was actually quite nervous in Bogota, in Colombia. We did go to probably the most dangerous street in the most dangerous city in the most dangerous country in the world.
Right.
But we were sort of filming in this car and going up this street called Bullet Street, where people go up and never come back from. You've probably been through it.
I haven't, but it's a clue is in the title, isn't it?
Yes, but so we were filming, and it's actually a very depressing area. People totally out of their minds. The druggies of Bogota. And about halfway up the street, suddenly they started flinging rocks at the car. So it actually was banging on the doors and the windows, and we sort of sped on up the street pretty fast. At the end of it, the cameraman said, "Right, can we go around once more so I can film out of the other side?"
Yeah.
You all say, "Shut up." We're off.
Now, you mentioned Monty Python. There's always a story when they're not saying, when are the Beatles going to reform? There's always, when are the Monty Python team going to reform? And there was a story just a few weeks ago that maybe you're going to. Is there anything in that?
No. No.
Oh,
no.
Right.
We're reforming with the Beatles.
Yes.
No,
yes.
It's quite gratifying that people seem to be interested that we are going to reform. I mean, it's a bit like we are in a Beatles situation as one of our number is deceased.
Yes.
He is no more. So
Yes.
Les Graham is
Yes.
actually resurrected. We can't technically get together as Monty Python.
Yeah.
But we may,
Well, I take that point fair.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
I think it'd be pretty tricky doing the old sketches all over again. Actually, John and I did do the Dead Parrot sketch on an American TV show recently, Saturday Night Live, and we couldn't remember it. Everyone in the audience sitting round, it was like some religious experience, you know, and I went on about, "Oh, no, he's not dead, he's asleep." And they all shouted, "No, resting, resting."
I assume there was a new Monty Python film out, because there's a film out called The Full Monty, which when the guys strip off. But I don't know if that was going to be you. But
no, sadly not. Well, I mean, no, I'm not sure if I want to strip off anymore.
Yeah.
I did those in the old days for a few cheap laughs, but no, there was no plans yet. But
you didn't even get a small part in that. That was just to do that object.
I did it, yes. I was auditioned, but you know, it was considered.
Well, Michael, it's been fascinating hearing about all your various adventures, but I'm sure there'll be some questions from members of the audience. Anyone? Oh, gentleman there.
Which member or members of the Monty Python team would you have taken with you on Full Circle or Pole to Pole, and why?
Actually, there was a plan. John Cleese was very interested in the idea that he would appear somewhere in the most remote parts of the world, reading a newspaper in a cafe. Somewhere like, I think it was La Paz who were going to appear, you know, and I would be wandering along, you know, preceded by llamas or whatever, and there would be John sitting there. Hello, hello, and that would be it.
Yeah.
It never actually happened, but this was the idea.
No, let's go. Yeah, all right, so the microphone's got you there. Well done, you've called it in. Yes?
The song you learnt to sing with the Russian Navy, how long did it take to learn, and can we have a rendition?
Oh, that's cool.
I'm not so good on the last.
Thank you very much, Michael Palin. Let's end on a song. Very much, Michael Palin. We move on.